Hello, hello, Steven van der Pijl here, your favorite Kyvio CTO, which is easy because there's only one. Alright, it's end of May and we are about to show you the release notes for 30th of May, which is basically all the releases since the whole month of May. If you've been following the releases, you probably know by now that we are releasing in a continuous integration and continuous deployment strategy. That means as soon as a problem of or improvement or new feature or whatever is done, tested, and verified on production, it goes directly live to everybody. So we don't have like mass releases anymore every 2 weeks or every month. We do it on a continuous basis. But just to kind of inform everybody, all the Kyvians out there, we do it once a month right now to inform everybody about all the changes that I've done in the last 4 weeks, month, more or less. Sometimes we're a few days late, sometimes we're a few days early, but this kind of depends on the planning with marketing and stuff like that. So let's get started. I don't think it will be a long video today, but I think I say that every time. I never really manage to do short videos, but let's get into it as soon as possible. So first of all, we have a new feature which I can't really show you, but it's a really cool one actually. So we're proactively helping our users, with Smart Mailer. So if you're a user of Smart Mailer, there's still quite a few people that have issues setting up their SMTP servers, because Smart Mailer is bring your own SMTP. That has a lot of advantages, but one of the major disadvantage of it is you need to set it up once, the integration. And a lot of you are in technical, and although we have very specific steps to do it and stuff like that, it's not always easy for a non-technical person. So what we've done is, instead of you trying and then at some point just giving up out of frustration or whatever, having to open a ticket, is when our system detects that you're having issues with it, we actually open a ticket for you and we inform our support team about your account, and they will reach out to you to start helping you and get it set up as soon as possible. So a little bit of a test. This is a first kind of feature that we are definitely want to expand upon in Kyvio 2 mostly, where we proactively help our users as much as possible. And in this case, it was a clear-cut case. We can see when the integration doesn't work out, or when there's an error, of course. And when we detect these errors, we'll actually reach out to you. So that's one. Then number 2 is ProductDyno integration. So you might have heard of ProductDyno. It's also a membership system, kind of selling online. And we have integrated with them on the request of our users. So let's have a quick look. We go to integrations. We go to new integration, and we see ProductDyno. And you go to the provider, scroll down a little bit, it's over here under MISC, ProductDyno. And then all you need to do is fill out your API key. You can see here where to find that in ProductDyno. And then that's it, basically. That's it for if you only want to use it to use Kyvio in your funnels and sign up forms, and then add people directly to your ProductDyno members area. That's all you need, like just a fill out API key. However, we have other options as well. So if you can read here as well, optional, if you want to enable the option for ProductDyno members, so members that are listed in the ProductDyno system, to log in to your Kyvio Smart Memberships members area, you have to fill out the ProductDyno product ID here to allow members of that product to log in. If you want members from multiple ProductDyno products, to be able to log into Smart Memberships, you have to separate the product IDs with a comma. And then if you click here, then you can select your membership products to which these people will get access automatically. So really cool feature there to kind of make ProductDyno work very smoothly with Kyvio and Smart Memberships. Alright. Then we'll move over to improvements. So first of all, Smart Mailer broadcast added stats to make clear to how many subscribers were skipped. Let's have a look at that. So let's go to Smart Mailer over here. And then we'll go to broadcasts. Alright, so I have a test scheduled email here. Let's just edit it. So you will see the same if you just create a new broadcast. But I've set this up quickly just you know, to easily and quickly show it to everybody. And as you can see here, these are new. So 335, that's the number of recipients in this test setup. There's 3 numbers of soft bounces. A soft bounce means that their email box is temporarily not available. So for example, it's full and we won't send them for 14 days so they can clean out the stuff, and then automatically they will be re-added to the people who actually do receive. There's 5 number of hard bounces. They are completely blocked on the system. Hard bounces generally means the email box is not included anymore, and hard bounces are really bad for your sender reputation as well, so we protect you against that. Soft bounces are also negative to your sender reputation, but not that bad. But if you would have a huge percentage, then yeah, it would definitely affect you as well. And then 17 people who are permanently excluded because they are blacklisted in the system. Again, this is 100% to protect you. There's various reasons that people get blacklisted. For example, by heart, I don't know 100% if this is the number, but if people tend to hit the spam button a lot, we detect this. And serial spammers, serial spam reporters, they will get blacklisted, and that is 100% to protect you and your sender reputation. So that makes it hopefully a little bit more clear as to the exact number of people who will receive your email. And then the list cleaner option, let's go there. We've added a checkbox to completely delete people from the whole account. So if you would do a delete action here and then some condition, doesn't really matter what, and then from a certain list. Before it was just removing those people from the list but not from the account. And now there's a checkbox over here, delete from account, which would delete those people completely, 100% unreversible, so be careful with that. Automations, small update there as well. Let's have a look. So there we go. Before in the actions over here, it didn't actually say the source list and the tool lists. So we've added that in the overview, so that makes it a little bit more clear as to what these particular actions do. Like this one, test2 on a link click will move from this list to this list. So that's just kind of easier to use this way. So you don't have to actually edit to see what's going on each time. The reusing of already sent broadcast now includes all the configuration options. It's just a little bit easier for you to use. Smart memberships, 100% discount is now possible. Before $1 USD was the minimum, so that's not the case anymore. For smart memberships, again, user could not remove applied coupon on the checkout page. We've added this option now. This is a small use case, but you know it's good to have anyway. We found some more spelling mistakes and fixed those. The opt-in forms for HTML, the HTML code for the opt-in forms in Smart Mailer. So over here. So for example, here this is the HTML code with styling, and this is the HTML only. The code here has been improved a lot, and we've removed a lot of useless stuff and made the code much more, what's the word in English? It works with more pages. I forgot the word in English. But yeah, so it's been improved a lot, and it loads a lot less useless data, so it's also a lot faster. So that's important as well, of course. Then we also updated the WordPress plugin again, kind of similar there. We optimized the code to load a lot less useless data, and so we removed some fonts and stuff like that, so that makes it significantly faster. We fixed the bug that was showing a GDPR cookie bar even if that was turned off in your account, but it was actually still showing on the on your WordPress page, not on you know, if you just use a normal Kyvio URL. But it was showing via WordPress. We fixed that, and we made our plugin compatible with the WP Rocket Me plugin, which is like a speed up caching plugin, which was very incompatible with our system, but we fixed that. So yeah, that's that. Bug fixes, let's just go over that quickly. So Digitor24 integration, memberships access wasn't created for a while there, so we fixed that. Smart mailer, broadcast segmenting stats improved. In some rare scenarios it was giving wrong numbers, and that's also why we added those numbers that I just showed you before. Just to make that more clear. Smart funnels, custom text color code is not showing correctly in the page editor was fixed. User couldn't add widgets on the blog for those who have blog access. That was fixed. Blog builder, managing menu, adding custom link. That gave an error, that is fixed. Smart memberships, if you had a PayPal integration set up and then set up your smart memberships with a product with PayPal selected, and then later deleted that PayPal integration, the PayPal button would still show on the checkout page, which was not working obviously because you deleted it, but it didn't update the data there. So that's fixed as well. Facebook pixel issue with single quotes, they weren't translated correctly in the system, so that gave a JavaScript error. We fixed that. Smart memberships, applying the coupon code on the checkout page didn't visually actually change the price. You know, it did change the price when you went to the checkout page, but not visually on the website, so that we fixed that as well. We fixed notifications, so sometimes notifications were showing for the wrong websites, and this was almost always with Thrivecart integrations, because Thrivecart has kind of a simple, not so very elegant way of sending IPNs. If you have multiple IPNs set, it will always just send to all those URLs, and you can set it per product in Thrivecart, which is a little bit weird. But we've solved the problem anyway on our side, so that wouldn't happen anymore. Then smart mailer, font and text size changing was a bit glitchy sometimes, so we improved that. That should be all good now. Smart mailers again. Not all custom created opt-in fields were properly being saved. In case you had one user who had like 12 different fields there, which were in his business use case necessary, and not all of them were saved properly for some reason, and we fixed that. So smart memberships, member logout wasn't working. It's a small thing, but you know, we fixed that as well. We had one user, he had issues with disappearing images in the media manager. It turned out that he was uploading files with the extension of the image file was JPG, sorry, but in capitals. So when it was in capitals, it actually didn't show up in the overview. The image was there. So it's a really small fix, and now they show up normally. Always smart memberships, setting the title in your settings. So you know, if you go to where am I? Wrong one. There. So if you go to settings and you set the site title here and you change it, and then actually change it in the in your tab title or when you favorite the page. So we fixed that as well. And the last one, smart funnels, we fixed the countdown timer display in the editor. So for some users, when you added a countdown timer, it didn't actually show in the editor, but only once you published it. And now it also just shows normally in the editor, so you can place it better and see how it looks with your page. So that's it, guys. That's the update for May for Kyvio 1.0. Some small Kyvio 2.0 news. We're still testing a lot on the code side, and our new editor as well, which looks amazing. We are building various plugins for our own editor, We're even thinking about maybe opening that up to third-party developers at some point, so other people can start creating plugins for our builder. That would be really cool, actually. And on the DevOps, that's still our biggest holdback. We've made some big steps forward, so that's good. It's still going very slow. We have about 4 or 5 tasks more to do, which are important to get done. But we just finished a really important one, very technical. It's about queue workers and having them running in our infrastructure setup. But yeah, it's a big step anyway. It's a good step. We have about, I think, 3 or 4 more important ones, and I think 2 or 3 smaller ones to be done, and then we can close the chapter on the development cluster of the setup of DevOps, and then we need to move on to staging and production, which hopefully, and by plan as well, will go a lot faster, because it's basically just cloning the whole system, which, you know, sounds like a one-click button kind of thing, which it isn't, but it will still go a lot more faster than setting up from scratch like we had to do with the first cluster, so to say. So we're hopeful to get it done soon. I'm not going to give you any time. It's definitely going to take more than 1 second. It's definitely going to take more than a month, but I can't. I'm afraid to give you an exact date. But we're working as hard as we can to get it done as soon as we can. All right. Thank you very much. Until the next video. This was Steven for Kyvio. Cheers.